current affairs for the prelims examination 2026. So guys, we have very few topics today because today being Saturday, and Saturday hardly any topics are there in the newspaper today. But one or two topic which I feel can be asked in the prelims examination, which we need to cover. First topic is the TTP attack, and the conflict which is happening between Pakistani establishment and the TTP. Okay, so guys, TPP, okay, Tehreek Taliban Pakistan, okay, and the region which is in news is the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Okay, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. So guys, if you see in UPSC prelims examination in the coming years, okay, last 2 3 years, okay, recent years, we have seen that a lot of questions are coming from international relations which are map based. Okay, map based questions are getting very popular in the prelims examination. So this province of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is a very important province, and this has been in news in the recent times. So definitely there can be a question where they can give you regions in news and they can ask you to match the regions with the country, or they can ask you to match the region why they are in news, so Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is in Pakistan. Keep this in mind. Okay, next guys, okay, next topic is America and Venezuela. Okay, America and Venezuela. Okay, so America has sent supersonic B-1 bombers near Venezuela. Okay, America has sent B-1 bombers, supersonic B-1 bombers. Okay, so guys, in recent years there has been some tensions between Venezuela and America. Okay, recently Donald Trump has become very strict as far as drug trafficking is concerned, and guys, that some of the South American countries, including Venezuela, okay, they have been involved in drug trafficking. Some of the gangs which are operating in these countries, they have been involved in drug trafficking, and most of the drugs which is trafficked into America is coming from South America. Okay, so Donald Trump has been very aggressive against these drug cartel which are operating from Venezuela and some other countries also like Colombia. Okay, so in this context guys, there is increased tension between Venezuela and America, and the water body which you need to keep in mind here is Caribbean seas. Okay, so guys, water bodies also is very very important. Multiple questions have come on water bodies. So this year this Caribbean Sea becomes very important. Which are the countries which are surrounding Caribbean Sea? This can be a probable question because Caribbean Sea, okay, lot of countries are there which are bordering the Caribbean seas. Okay, so please have a look at the map, world map, check out which are the countries which are bordering the Caribbean Sea. This is very very important guys. Guys, this entire region of South America and Central America, this has been in news. In recent years. Okay, because of the donkey route also this has been in news. So I think definitely you should prepare Caribbean Sea. You should definitely prepare. There can be a high chances you can get a question on the bordering countries of Caribbean Sea. Okay, let us move on to the next topic guys. Next topic is, okay, Gan Bharatam mission. What is Gan Bharatam mission guys? It is a flagship scheme. To preserve and digitize India's manuscript. So Gan Bharatam mission is a scheme of Ministry of Culture. It is a Ministry of Culture scheme. The idea is to digitize and preserve India's manuscript. Okay, Ministry of Culture. This is very very important. This has been in news for couple of times in the last 1 year, and particularly from art and culture perspective. Okay, UPSC's favorite topic is art and culture, ancient India, medieval India. So this ancient manuscripts, what are the names of few of the ancient manuscripts, and this Okay, Kirti Sampada. Okay, it is okay. This manuscript. Okay, digital thing is put in Kirti Sampada. Okay, Kirti Sampada. Okay, so Ministry of Culture manuscript. Okay, next topic which was there in news today was the execution petition. What is execution petition? Okay, so guys, whenever in the civil cases the courts will pass a judgment. Okay, whenever in civil cases the courts will pass a final judgment, in order to execute that final judgment, in order to execute that final judgment, it is called execution petition. Okay, it is part of our legal laws. It is part of our legal laws, guys. Okay, CRPC. Okay, execution petition. Okay, basically to implement, to execute the decree, to execute the judgment of the courts, it is called execution petition. Okay, so guys, this is related to the pendency of cases which is there in the Indian courts. Guys, you know, more than 4 to 5 crore cases are pending in Indian courts, particularly in the lower judiciary. So this execution petition can play a very important role. Execution petition can play a very important role. So guys, today, as I told you, very few questions were there, very few topics were there. Okay, but I have tried to cover some of the important angles. Okay, for example, I have tried to cover one news which is there in the Indian Express. Guys, IMF has come out with a report. The name of the report is the name of the report is Fiscal Monitor. IMF has come out with a report. The name of the report is what? Fiscal Monitor. Guys, name of the report is Fiscal Monitor. Okay, is this clear, guys? The name of the report is Fiscal Monitor. Okay, so what is unique about this report this time? So guys, this time the IMF has told that the world debt to GDP ratio, the world debt to GDP ratio is increasing, and this is going to reach more than 100% by 2029. World debt to GDP ratio is increasing, and this level, debt to GDP ratio, is going to increase to how much? It is going to increase to, okay, more than 100%. More than 100%. Guys, the debt levels in the advanced economies are very high compared to emerging economies, and debt level of emerging economies is higher than lower economies. Okay, so advanced economies like America, Japan, they have very high debt levels. Okay, Japan has the highest debt level of 230% debt to GDP ratio. Okay, America has around 130-140% of the GDP. Okay, debt. India is somewhere around 84-85. India is somewhere around 84-85. There were concerns. Last year IMF report has come, and there were concerns that India's GDP may touch 100%. Okay, right now it is somewhere around 80. In India it is somewhere around 80. China is around somewhere around 75-80. Okay, China is also 75-80. Okay, so the point is that what is debt? What is public debt? What is public debt? First of all, guys, whenever a government is spending more, whenever a government is spending more than its resources, it has to borrow money. It has to borrow money, and that becomes debt. That becomes debt, guys. That becomes public debt. Okay, so guys, throughout the world, what we have seen that public debts has increased, particularly after the COVID-19. Guys, what happened during the COVID-19? There was huge expenditure. There was huge expenditure, particularly in the health sector, not just in India but throughout the world. European countries, okay, America, many developed countries, they had to spend a lot of money on the health. They had to spend a lot of money on the health, and that started increase in the spending. That started the increase in spending, which increased the debt level. But after COVID, guys, you know that because of the Ukraine crisis and some other conflicts in various parts of the world, okay, expenditure on defense is increasing. Expenditure on defense is increasing. Particularly, guys, if you analyze the expenditure pattern of the European countries, you will see that defense expenditure is shooting up because of the Ukraine crisis. Because of the Ukraine crisis, defense expenditure has been rising, and this is also one of the most significant reasons for increase in debt in the recent years. There are other reasons also for increase in debt in the recent years. One of the reason is climate change. Guys, climate change is one of the reasons why the governments are spending more on climate mitigation. Governments are spending more on climate mitigation. So that is another reason why debt levels are rising. Further, guys, because of artificial intelligence, there is increased joblessness, increased unemployment in major economies, particularly we see in America, in Europe, and therefore the social safety net expenditure is rising. Also, guys, most of the advanced economies are aging economies. Most of the advanced economies are aging economies. So guys, whenever a country is aging economy, they have to spend more on the health. They have to spend more on the health. Okay, so these are the reasons why expenditure is rising in most of the countries, particularly in the developed countries and in the emerging countries, and that is the reason why the debt levels are rising. Guys, what is the impact of increasing public debt? Guys, one of the impact of increasing public debt is that interest payment increases. Interest payment increases, because of which government has to spend less. Government is spending less on public welfare. Government is spending less on infrastructure, and thus economic growth and public welfare also gets negatively impacted. On the other hand, government has to put more taxes, because government has to pay interests. So government will put more taxes and they will take money from you, because guys, from where government is taking money? From where government is taking money? From taxes only. Okay, if the government is spending more today, how will the government recover the money? Government will recover the money from public only, through taxes. Government will recover the money from public only, through taxes. Okay, so if the debt level increases, the impact is multifold. First of all, the interest payments increase. Because of the interest payment increase, the expenditure of the government reduces. Because expenditure of the government reduces, there is less growth, there is less public welfare, and also the government has to take more taxes from the people in order to pay those interests. Okay, so this is the negative impact of the public debt. This is the negative impact of the public debt. So we have discussed what are the reasons for increasing debt. We have also discussed what are the negative impact of the debt. Now, one thing you need to remember, guys, that during COVID and after COVID, one thing happened was the inflation throughout the world shot up. Okay, so guys, if you analyze 2021, 2022, 2023, and also in 2024, inflation in the developed economy, particularly America, Europe, were record levels. Okay, so according to some estimates, okay, inflation was as high as in the last 40 years. Even in India, guys, during 2022, 2023, the inflation level was very high. Recently, only inflation levels have started falling. So because of higher inflation in these countries, interest rates were very high. Interest rates were very high, and whenever interest rates are very high, the government will have to spend more money to borrow. Okay, whenever the interest rates are high, you have to borrow more money. Okay, borrow at higher interest rates. Okay, so borrowing of money by the government becomes very challenging. Borrowing of money by the government becomes very challenging. Okay, so this is also very important. What is the relation of interest rates and public debt? What is the relation of interest rates and public debt? This is also very, very important. Okay, guys, so this is an important topic. Coming on to the next topic, guys, Macana. Guys, Macana. Okay, guys, Macana is one topic, okay, which is expected to come in next year prelims examination, guys. Okay, so Macana is a crop. Macana is the crop which is basically grown in a pond. Okay, aquatic crop. It's an aquatic crop, guys. It is also called foxnut. It is called foxnut. It is a superfood. It is a superfood because of its nutrition. Because of its nutrition, guys. Guys, Macana is the grown in India. in BR. 90% of Macana is grown in BR. Okay, so they can frame a question. They can frame a question that Macana. They can frame a question, which state produces 90% of the Macana? Okay, the answer will be Bihar. Guys, Bihar, particularly the Macana of the Mithilanchal. Macana of the Mithilanchal has got the GI tag. It's a GI tag. Guys, whenever any agriculture crop has a GI tag, okay, the Mithila Macana has a GI tag. This is becoming very, very important, guys. You know, guys, Government of India has recently established Macana board in BR. Macana board in BR. Guys, Macana board. Agriculture boards are very, very important. Guys, anyone can tell me Macana board is under which ministry? Macana board is in which ministry? Can anybody tell me? Macana board is in which ministry? Can anybody tell me, guys? Macana board. Very, very important, guys. You know, guys, last year, they established turmeric board. Turmeric board, guys, turmeric board, and now they have established Macana board. Macana board is in Bihar. It is in the Ministry of Commerce. Ministry of Commerce, guys, Ministry of Commerce, Department of Commerce. Okay, this is very, very important, guys. Macana is one crop. Can be asked, guys. Macana is a wonder crop. It's a superfood. Okay, and government is promoting, okay, farmers to grow Macana. Okay, guys, coming to turmeric. Okay, so many people are saying turmeric is in Nizamabad. Okay, Telangana. Turmeric, guys. Okay, National Turmeric Board. National Turmeric Board. Why I am saying, guys? Because this year there was a question. This year there was a question on turmeric. This year there was a question on turmeric. Next year there will be a question on what? Macana. India is the largest producer of Macana in the world. India is the largest producer of Macana in the world. Similarly, India was the largest producer of turmeric in the world. So, guys, you may expect a question on Macana. Macana is a very important crop, guys. Okay. So, these were some limited topics, guys. Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. On Saturday, guys, very limited topic comes in the newspapers. So, these were some of the limited topics. But in the PPP, I have given you 10 questions. And even in the current affairs DPN, I have discussed some other small topics also. I would like to request every one of you, kindly read the DPN, kindly solve the PPP. Guys, please do give feedback to the PPP questions, guys. Do you like the PPP questions? How many of you are enjoying the PPP questions? How many of you are enjoying the DPN? Please add feedback in the portal. Add feedback in the portal. There is an ad review. There is an ad review there. Please do add. Okay, guys. So thank you, everyone. Sonali ma'am is there. We have Sirjita, we have Prajwal, we have Cherry Blossom, we have Tamanan, okay, we have Sandy Whites. Okay, so guys, thank you. Okay, thank you, guys. Good night, guys. Good night. Guys, please follow the mains master notes. How many of you are following the mains master notes? Please follow the mains master notes. They're really very good, guys. I'm updating my mains master notes. Kindly make use of the mains master note. They're really very useful. Guys, today is the last date. Please make use of the Diwali code. Please make use the Diwali code. This is the last day. Please make use of it. Okay, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.